juicy episode for you. If you want more exclusive content, be sure to check out our Patreon. That's where all of the wild, behind the shit stuff, that's where all the stuff that she says that she can get canceled over, we put that on the Patreon. I don't ever say anything bad, of course. I'm the angel here. I'm the PodDré. But yeah, be sure to check that out. You guys are going to get an amazing early bird special, just $5, and that is it. That's all you have to pay. And after that, all of our early birds, all of our congregation is going to be moved up. So you're going to be paying the exact same price and getting more content that other people are paying more for. So, you know, that's the best way to do it. But yeah, we back, son. We back. How you doing?
Hello. Oh, yeah, fabulous. You know,
oh yeah, great news. Go Nuggets. Go
news.
Nuggets.
Great news. Finals, basketball,
We
sports.
fucking won, and it was nuts.
It was so nuts. And, you know, Jokic, he loves his part-time job, sort of. He hates it.
Bro, it's hilarious.
He invests all of his money into horse riding.
And his time and his passions.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And, yeah. I bet you his daughter's gonna be like some like famous, like super skilled horse rider when she grows up or something.
his daughter is going to be a giant. Did you see how big that kid is? She was the exact same size as the trophy.
Yeah.
They were literally the exact same size.
Yeah, and she was like 1 year old or something.
It's absolutely, I think people are falling in love with Jokic right now because he just doesn't care. Like, they're so used to these top MVPs that take over the whole, you know, the LeBrons, the Kobes, the Steph Currys. They're used to these people with, like, extravagance, you know?
True.
And the minute that, like, you get with the MVP, one of the best, currently the best player in the league, and he's just like, yes, I have good time, and then I would rather be home with horse.
Yeah. Everybody hate their job, and if they say they don't, they're lying. Like, he literally said that in an interview.
They finished job, but they still make me stay for the party. I don't know.
Yeah, he did not want to be at the Nuggets parade. He was pissed. He's like, no, I gotta go home.
Yeah, there's this hilarious. Go ahead and look that up. The Jokic learning
Jokic.
Jokic learning that he has to stay for the parade.
Yeah. He's like, when is the parade?
No.
Thursday. No, I have to go home.
Dude, he literally just said no. He's like,
Yeah.
no. I have horses. They need their hay. Yeah, play it.
Little parade coming up again.
When's parade? When's parade?
Thursday.
No.
No.
I have to go home.
I don't want to stay on parade, but I fucking want to stay on parade.
Yeah, so he said this. Okay, he said this at the parade afterwards, so he was like all hyped. All this man needed was some alcohol in his system. That's it, you know?
He's like, please, for the love of God.
There's a video of him partying in Las Vegas after this parade.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure they all went to Las Vegas, but dude, he was trashed. Look up,
Oh my gosh, Coach Malone being
Yeah.
trashed at the Nuggets parade. Hilarious.
that was the wildest shit ever. I thought, dude, he turned black.
He turned into Post Malone.
He did.
He turned into Post Malone.
He was pre-Malone,
and yeah,
and then when he drinks, he turns into Post Malone.
Coach Malone. He's
Don't-
really taking all forms of Malone.
Yeah. Bring that up. Put Coach Malone at the speech at the parade. Yeah. I swear to God, I've never heard this guy talk, but I'm pretty damn sure that he sounds.
He almost got fired like twice.
Yeah. Talk about a comeback. Mm-hmm. It was all because he found some fat boy, some fat, huge child in Serbia. Saved his ass. He's got a cigar up there, dude. That's wild.
Yeah, he does.
Look at him, dude, with his chain. Look at him with his chain.
Oh my god, look at how many people are there.
8 years ago today, the Denver Nuggets introduced Michael Malone as their head coach.
Look at him.
Dude, put this in your pipe and smoke it. Are you kidding me?
A culture and an identity
Go ahead and fast forward to his spot.
in history of the...
Look at him, dude.
He looks like such a frat bro.
He's like, oh, he's about to say the blackest shit right now, dude. He from Compton, bro.
Nuggets Nation, what's up?
His team hyping him up too. No wonder he's acting black.
Can't hear you.
I can't hear you. He's so drunk.
Yeah, dude, he got so trashed.
Hey, we just
Hey.
won the damn championship. 47 years in the making. So my first thank you is to you, the fans. Stand with us. Stand with us. I love you. I appreciate it.
Stand with
My
us.
second thank you. Cronky family. Stan and Josh. Love you.
He's adjusting his mic, dude. This whole team is absolutely
And then
just
over there
trash.
somewhere, my wife, Jocelyn, my two beautiful daughters. Stay away from them now. My two beautiful daughters over there. I love you guys. We could not have accomplished this without you. You're a part of this. I've dreamed about this day since I got here 8 years ago. So I want to say, Nuggets Nation, I love you.
He sounds like he's been crying. Crying and like just drinking.
We don't want one, we want two. We don't want one, we want two. We don't want one, we want two. And the guys behind me, 17 players.
Dude, he looks like a typical like hood white dude
Yeah.
from Denver, definitely.
Yeah, that guy's definitely rolling a joint outside of the Circle K in downtown.
Yeah, definitely.
Green. I got guys like Ish Smith. They've been around this league a long time.
Oh my god,
They
dude.
helped us get here. I got KCP. His new nickname, 2 rings. 2 rings. I got guys like Bruce Brown. Come here, Bruce.
Come here, boo. Oh, you got booed hard.
Y'all tell me.
Why'd he get
Bruce,
put?
you
Oh,
going
dude, he's
anywhere?
butthurt.
Hell no.
He's so butthurt.
Hell no. Hey,
That would be.
we run this shit back.
We run this shit back.
Hell yeah. Come on. Get loud. Get loud.
Dude, he is sauced.
Yeah.
He is sauced.
Hey,
Hey.
how about
Hey.
a rookie? How about a rookie winning a championship in college, coming to the Nuggets, and helping us win the chip? Christian Brown, come here, man. Christian Brown, come here, man.
The white boy got his shirt off too, bro.
This dude right here, he's a bad man. Bad man.
All right, I think that's enough, bro. He's fucking trash, dude. He's trash. Isn't it funny? I feel slightly more like uncomfortable with the white dude being shirtless, but for whatever reason, the black dude's being shirtless just seems so much more natural. I feel like it looks like this white kid's never been outside without a shirt on.
Yeah, it needs a base tan for sure.
Like this is the first time he's been out of the cave, dude.
They keep him locked up in the gym all day.
They keep them locked up in the gym. He ain't getting no sun. The rest of these guys, they're out in Miami, bruh. It's so much. I don't know what it is. The black dudes can just pull off being shirtless more than like white dudes.
Yeah, I think that's because like white people made a bunch of rules about not being able to wear shirts places.
Yeah, it's the rule making.
Yeah. No shirt, no shoes, no service.
Black people are like, we prefer you don't wear a shirt. That is nuts, dude. All he does, he just needs a little bit of tequila in his system, and he turns black. He turns black, son. That is hilarious. Well, I mean, he is a basketball coach in the NBA. You're going to be, intertwined with the culture.
True. True.
At the end of the day.
Yes.
Dude, that's nuts. But we're excited for the Nuggets. What a great win. Most hilarious MVP ever. But, the thing is, how I found out that we won? Because I was coming home from work. I wasn't able to watch the game. And, out of nowhere, all I heard was, gunshots. And I was like... I was like, wait, hold on, the fuck? And I started hearing, it felt like mortar fire. For, a good 5 minutes, I was like, that's it, it's World War III. We're done.
Right now.
We're done. It's happening now. I knew that this was going to happen. We pissed off the North Koreans. We pissed somebody off. Fucking Putin has come for us. It's just been Ukraine's just been one giant fucking... one giant distraction, and all of a sudden, I see all the fireworks, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?"
Nuggets.
Then I looked inside, and I was like, "Did Nuggets win?" And sure enough, people were firing off their guns and the fireworks.
Yeah, and then I called you 3 seconds after you got through the door.
Yeah, and I was like, "People are firing their guns in the air."
I was like, "The Nuggets, bro, the Nuggets."
We're celebrating, baby. We're celebrating. Just like the... What? Oh, yeah, hella people got shot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When they were burning down the city after the game. Yeah, there was, what was it, 7 people? 2 hurt.
11 people got shot.
2 hurt in targeted shooting.
Officer's leg was hurt.
Run over by a fire. Oh my god, at the parade! A fire truck ran over a police officer and he had to go to the fucking hospital.
This is the headline of all headlines right here.
Officer's leg was run over by a fire truck. Later, a fire truck during the Nuggets victory parade. Later, 2 people were shot as fans left down.
Oh my god.
I feel like you should put 2 people were shot first.
Dude, that first one's perfect clickbait, though.
Well, he was trying to get people away.
Ran over by a fire truck.
I mean...
That's like the fire department taking revenge on the fact
just
that everyone blames police.
Just imagine, being the guy that got shot, and they're like, they did a story about me, and it's just officer's leg, extremely hurt by a fire truck, unseen injuries that we've never seen before. Oh, and 2 people also did get shot, but the leg of the officer is just fine now.
He has a severe limb-threatening injury.
Dude, they do. They only talk about the guy. They only talk about the officer.
Are the people who got shot okay?
Early evidence indicates the shooting was targeted attack that was completely unassociated to the parade. What do you mean it was unassociated to the parade? You mean some guy was just like, I'm gonna shoot this guy, and then he walks out and he's like, oh shit, there's a parade.
I can't lose him now.
Yeah, he's like, I don't have time tomorrow. I have to work tomorrow. I have to shoot him today. I only have a 2-hour block. This is the most. Tomorrow I'm just going to lose motivation. I'm going to not want to shoot him. I'm going to push it out to next week. Then I'm going to find excuses to not do it.
We've been going over this in therapy, Jeremy. You got to get your head in the game. You got to complete tasks.
Got to complete. Yeah. Follow through. Today, my therapist told me I need to follow through on my murderous urges. Unfortunately, there was a fucking parade today.
So I only killed 2 people instead of 3.
Yeah. Luckily enough, they seemed more concerned with the officer's foot. Period. He's like, ooh, there's some guy like, oh okay? Are you okay? It's like, I think I have a broken foot.
Just blood pooling around.
Just like, get him out of the blood pool. Get him out of the blood pool. We don't want his foot to get infected. That's what it feels like sometimes, dude.
That's what that felt like,
Yeah.
that headline.
Like,
we don't
if you-
even know if they're okay.
If you ever seen body cam footage of, like, when a cop gets shot, it's like, all the cops are going into panic mode. They're like, Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. We're gonna get all murdered. You gotta get down here now. They got guns. They got hella guns. We gotta get them to, we need EMS instantly. We need helivac now. We need helivac now. And then you see a video of, like, some, like, random person getting shot, and they're just like, oh, well, shots fired. Yeah, we're gonna need EMS, but don't tell them to rush. I mean, if they're close by, it's fine. You know,
they already look kind of dead.
Yeah, this guy. Oh, he moved. He moved. Go ahead and send the EMS. And then they just sit there and they're just being like, well, let's see here. Let's get his ID. We have to make sure he's not a felon. This guy's just like on the fucking floor, dude. They don't give a flying fuck. But when it's like them, it's like, it's over, dude. They're bringing the whole fucking force.
True. Very true.
The whole force, dude. Said the shooting victims were in serious dude, so there's only one sentence that talks about the shooting victims? Who the fuck wrote this article?
Somebody was really concerned about that guy's leg.
Dude, yeah, look at this.
The outcome will be surgeons would do everything possible to preserve the leg. We can't say... Dude!
So what about the people who were shot?
About an hour later, as cries left downtown, 2 people suffered serious gunshot wounds. They're in serious condition, completely unassociated with the parade. Anyway, it's not identified and is not in custody.
Oh my god. In a building? Oh my god. In downtown, they don't have enough cameras to find that person?
That's
Oh, no, that's about that other thing. Did you see that?
But
So this trans creator...
okay, where'd she go?
Just look it up. Just look up trans woman banned from White House. So this content creator, who's this trans woman, ends up getting invited to the White House to like some LGBT like event. Go to images. Yeah, so apparently she go to images. Yeah, go to that photo. Look at this dumbass bitch. You gotta make the whole thing. There you go. First of all, them titties fake as fuck, dude.
those do not look good.
I feel like if her tits looked nicer, the White House would have been like, okay, just don't do it next time. But she pulled out. There were families at this event, dude.
Well, is
She
she put on the sex offender list? She should be put on the sex offender list.
No, she's a woman. Women don't get on that list. She's more of a woman than woman.
Apparently.
That's as woman as you can womanly get. But yeah, so apparently she took a photo with Biden and everything, dude. She ends up flashing her tits. And you know what her excuse was?
What?
She said, well, back when I was a man, it wouldn't have been a problem.
Yeah, but you
Dude,
purposefully made yourself a woman.
That's just
so.
gaslighting. That's just... You can't get tits and be like, well...
Before
I didn't have tits, so it doesn't matter that my tits are in your face now. Be like, no, that's not how that works. But yeah, so the White House banned her.
Yeah, as they should. What is that tattoo on her arm?
I don't know. It's a rose.
An equal sign?
Oh, it's
What
two
is that?
parallel- I don't know. It's just 2 bars
That is the worst tattoo.
or something.
I guarantee you that means something in, like, the Alphabet Mafia's language.
I swear to God, dudes get tits. We don't know how to act. We don't know how to act. We don't
Dude.
know how. We just like
Thai people know how to act. They do it really well over there.
Yeah. we get these fun bags that everyone stares at, and then all of a sudden we're just like, well, why wouldn't I show it to? I mean, it makes sense, to be honest. If I got some tits, I would let the homies grab them, for sure, for the
But
homies.
that's the same concept as being like, yeah, well, if I had a gay friend who liked my dick, I'd let him grab it. That doesn't.
I don't think it'd be a little bit different. It'd be more of just kind of like, oh, like if your friend's having a bad day, just be like, you want to grab.
Tits have a lot of nerves in them. Like they're like sensitive. It's like weird. It's like somebody grabbing your ass.
Those tits are not sensitive. Those things have Bluetooth. Those things have Bluetooth, bruh. Those are like homing beacons.
They have a snack pocket in the side.
They just put like bowls that she had at home and just put it under the tits.
That's a really bad job, honestly. But they will drop over time. So.
If you're gonna flash the White House and all these kids, at least have some nice titties.
Yeah,
That's all I'm asking. Mm-hmm. It's not that much, At least have some nice titties. True. Then we're having a different conversation. Then we're like, oh, this was an art piece. This was this. But now it's just completely different. But yeah, that's so nuts. A lot of people are pissed at her because they say that like she's making it like she's giving a bad name to trans people. Which I think she does. I think it does, because it does just bring back the stereotype that, like, the LGBT community is almost solely, like, they're very, like, hypersexual.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the entire argument that people are making about, like, the Pride parades and, like, Pride Month and stuff, is because there are people in, like, full-on, like, kink costumes and bondage, like, stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Walking around, like, half naked.
You should not bring your kids to a Pride parade.
Yeah, and there was this interviewer going around, like, interviewing kids at Pride, and this one girl, she was, like, 4 years old, she was like, I'm non-binary, I got the perfect cape for it.
Yeah, because, she just grew up around that,
Yeah, and it's, like, so bad, and it's, like, you're taking your kids out to be, like, exposed to, like, sexuality and stuff, and then there's, like, apparently there was, like, a principal or something, a dean of a school where the tuition's, like, $40,000.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and he, like, hired, like, or had this, like, institution come in for, like, sexual health, and they were passing around, like, butt plugs and dildos, and they were talking about, like, lube and, like,
what grade?
They didn't say in the video, but it like just happened.
Dude, if I was in 6th grade, that would have been legit. That would have been so much fun. Just to, like, you're like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, I guarantee it's probably elementary school, because.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I bet you it was like puberty class or something.
I just like feel like this only recently started becoming a thing, right? This seems so new, It's so brand new, and you have people who are out here who, I'm sure to her it was like nothing, because she lived the majority of her life as a man, and as a man you can just take off your shirt.
True.
So you're just used to it. But the matter of the fact is like, you have to be aware of yourself, and I feel like there's just not a lot of, like, self-reflection, in a lot of, especially the content online community, the LGBT community, which I think is not even closely, like, related to, like, real gay people.
Well, also her fucking response doesn't even make any sense, because if you were at the White House meeting, like, the president and, like, around all these families, and you were a guy, you're supposed to be sharply dressed. So if you just ripped off your shirt in the middle of that, they would also kick you out and ban you if you were a man. So her excuse doesn't even make any sense.
So I think her official excuse was that she had 2 trans men who were there, and they were showing off their scars in solidarity, and that she was just wanted to join the fun, which is, I think, just an excuse for, like, they wanted to be quirky and fun, and they wanted to do this thing for attention, and, they get a photo of themselves, nude in front of the White House. It was clearly for clout. And then, like, that lack of self-awareness just, like, did not hit her. But, I mean, imagine being banned from the White House.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, it's just like disrespectful. Like, I don't know. Like, it's like the
It
kind
is.
It's the same thing as like if you were to dress up in a bikini and like go in front of the White House. That's also weird and a little too much.
Also, 1000%, if a dude went there and like dropped his pants, he would be arrested.
Yeah.
And he would have been thrown in jail.
For sure.
But, you know, speaking of double standards, the movie Flash just came out, and Ezra Miller was on the red carpet like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, they're not really doing anything about it, and he admitted to it. He admitted to like grooming people and like children.
He blamed it on mental health. He was like, I've been going through a rough time.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like, could you imagine? Like, he choked a woman. I think he got arrested in Hawaii for like assault. So there's a body cam footage of him getting arrested, or them. So apparently, like, he's non-binary. And what else? He did some other fuck shit. But you know, the thing is that I truly think that Ezra is just a narcissist, and he's using this opportunity to use his identity to help him through this controversy. Because I can't imagine.
Groomed and lured a teen away from their family, are running with Child Protective Services over claims that they were secretly housing a mother and her three young children.
And then there were reports that her child was like chewing on a bullet that he gave the child.
That's a choking hazard.
It's not when you're non-binary. Then it's just a mistake. Oops. It's just I had a rough month. Could you imagine, dude? That is wild. I don't know. Okay, so apparently I kind of understand where the studio's coming from. Because apparently after all this stuff had happened, after they found out about this stuff, apparently they had already finished filming like 90% of the film. Mm-hmm. So like, I get it. I understand that they're like, we're in no position to lose this money right now because we can't edit him out. We can't do anything.
They're millions of dollars in.
They're millions of dollars. I mean, multiple millions of dollars. They spent a lot of money. I think they said they might have spent like $100 million on this movie.
Yeah, so they're gonna finish that movie.
They're gonna release this goddamn movie, whether if they want to or not. But here's my problem: is I heard that the I can't remember who it was, but he I don't think it was Zack Snyder. But one of the executives said that they were looking into still continuing like as Ezra as the Flash, which just like makes me so mad because it really shows the double standard. Because if Ezra was just a typical straight guy, there's no way in hell they would have went through with this.
He'd be canceled like Johnny Depp was during the Amber Heard trials.
Immediately. And then, like, all of these things, and it really just shows, it really showed because when he was on the red carpet, can you pull it up, the video of Ezra on the red carpet?
Zach got on the phone and said...
I mean, he has his nails painted silver, but that's about it.
What I'm saying is he's accentuating his voice to lean into this idea. What it seems like is he's using his identity as a shield.
He definitely is. To cover
besides
for
just
his
being one of
mistakes.
the most glorious, beautiful, wonderful people I've ever been.
That's a different voice. That's a different voice.
The beautiful, wonderful people. He's definitely like using like a higher, more nasally voice.
I think that's a bad sign. That's a bad sign, and it's sending the wrong message that as long as you can identify and you can use your identity as kind of like a bulletproof vest. And that's such a dangerous road to go down, right? Because it can go the other way too. Like that's what racism used to be like, and that's what discrimination used to be like, is that you as a white person, right, and as a male, you used to be able to be like all of a sudden you didn't have any of these rules like pertain to you.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like I think it also just like at this point we're definitely reintroducing segregation into our societies.
It's disgusting.
And there's more categories now. So instead of there just being like white, black, or like Irish or whatever time period we're talking about, now it's like, okay, well, we've got all these different ethnicities. We've got like the Latin community. We've got like, you know, the black community. We got the whites. We got the gays now. We've got the trans people. We've got like all of these people. We've got the boomers who won't fucking die. Like, we've got like, we're running the country.
There's just too, you know, it's just too much. And it's ridiculous because EZRA should be held to the same standard that any other person would be if they were doing all of this crazy stuff. And not only that, but it also is a class thing too. I guarantee you that he thinks he's better than everyone else. Mm-hmm. Not only because he's rich, but also because he does have this identity to like protect him. And I don't know. I think it's just a bad way, and it gives the bad name to like the community, you know. And if anything, the community needs is people who are shown that are just normal. You know what I mean? Like they fit in with everyone else. Like this whole idea of like owning like yourself and being in love like with like who you are. That's totally understandable. That's okay. But you don't need to like change who you are and become something that like, especially when you are the face of the community, and when you're famous you're going to be the face of the community. So I don't know, I think it's ridiculous. And you know, I think that the executives, you know, should treat him as they would treat anyone else. You know, and anyone else, they would have fired his ass. Or they would have released this movie, not let him go onto the carpet, and just, you know.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But, you know, we move on, we do better, you know. I'm not going to watch it. I don't think a lot of people are going to watch it. I've seen some clips from it. It really doesn't seem that good anyways. So, you know, what much of a loss is. Let the people state their opinion. If they want to go, let them go. If they don't, they don't. You know, we'll see how it rolls.
I'd rather watch Strays anyways. The talking dog movie that's voiced by all like the rappers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I can't wait till that comes out. I'm really excited. I want to see it so much.
All right, Bear, thank you. Okay.
Howdy ho, people.
We're back. We had to switch out co-hosts. Had to liven up. Plus, I think this worked so much better because we wanted to bring up some of the wildest news ever, and you're actually a lot more of a specialist in this area anyways. So, but yeah, this is ridiculous. The XQC is getting $100 million. I'm going to say that again. $100 million contract for 2 years to go to Kick. And on top of that, it's non-exclusive. So that means he gets to eat his cake and have some more of it and bake some more. This is ridiculous. So he could technically still stream on Twitch. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts?
I don't even know why he'd still stream on Twitch. Like, I
don't
really
think he is either.
No, I mean that's like the nail in the coffin for Twitch. Like they've been making all the wrong policies. Like after that one, they're trying to go back on that to like they try to pull back the 50-50 thing that they've been fucking hammering down on. So like they finally were just like, okay, people actually are leaving our platform. There are alternatives now. So like they tried to pull him about the 70-30, but I don't know, man. I think it's too late for that. Like YouTube is already giving him a huge running for their money, and now with Kick actually paying out deals too, and not just being, you know, like a random third party thing, dude. I think that might be the end for Twitch. Like I think they started it, but I think that it's kind of like I think it's the same thing of like, you know, how like Netflix, for example, they started streaming. They've made a bunch of really stupid decisions. Yeah. Now there's other services, and Netflix is going down. I think it's the exact same situation with Twitch.
Actually, did you know that Netflix, after they implemented their password changes or whatever, like kicking people off and forcing them to get their own accounts, you know that it went up more than subscribers did during the pandemic, dude?
Crazy.
So literally it showed.
So it worked.
Yeah, this is horrible. And I'll tell you why it's horrible. It's horrible because it sets the precedence. Now every single streaming company knows that they can kick off like piggybackers, right? And people are more likely to just go ahead and buy another account than they are to leave and not use that. Which I think Netflix honestly took a gamble, dude. They were like, we'll see if this works. There was huge backlash when they first came out, but now that they've done it, they've noticed, oh shit, why weren't we doing this in the first place?
I literally have no idea how he even succeeded too, because you look anywhere, Twitter, YouTube, fucking anywhere, like random article on Google, probably like Kotaku even, like the shit journal they are probably, you're all just like, fucking, all right, well, no reason to be on Netflix anymore. They pulled off all their good shit. All they have is shit originals nowadays, and now they want us to pay more money. Fuck Netflix, I guess. But nobody actually left.
I think at the end of the day, everyone's in the middle of their show. Everyone's got one show or one thing that they watch on Netflix, and like all of a sudden they get kicked off, and they're like, well, where else am I supposed to watch this show? You know, and I'm in the middle of it. I was like ready to watch the rest of the season. Fine, whatever. It's just $8, so I might as well, that's how they think. It's just $8 just to continue watching this show. I'll do it. But yeah, so now I guarantee you, every single streaming service after is going to immediately do this because they see it makes sense. Now people will not boycott these companies because they just get too much enjoyment and entertainment out of these apps. But
no, it's definitely a bad spot. Like, I mean, you're right on the money. It's going to set a precedent, and that's not a good one. I mean, I don't know. I'm personally probably going to get rid of my Netflix. To me, it was like the same thing as like Adult Swim pulling all their shows off of every other streaming service to make their own. I tried watching a show on it, and it was the worst experience of my life almost. I haven't watched an Adult Swim show since. Like, I'm not going to go out of my way just to watch a few specific shows.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for the vast majority, like... But I guess I guess everyone else disagrees with that statement.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, I think streaming is the future of the world. There's this idea of getting information as fast as possible straight to you. That really does. And even now, even live with XQC, I think it really sets another precedent that there's big money in this. There's big, big, big money. And I think Twitch just got too power hungry. Didn't they get bought out by Amazon? Who owns Twitch?
I don't think they were bought out by Amazon. I never heard anything around that. Damn. 2014?
He was like
that was almost 10 years ago.
He was like, I don't think Twitch is owned by Amazon. And she just looks it up. Who owns Twitch? And the first thing that comes up, Amazon. Yeah. It's
2014. So I was expecting maybe like the last 5 years or something. Almost 10 years ago.
Look up the CEO for Twitch. It's this old dude that I swear to God doesn't know. Is that the Twitch? That's that guy? There was some old guy.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the same. I'm pretty sure, if you check out his Twitter, it doesn't even look like he knows he owns Twitch. He just kind of tweets random ass things.
CEO of Twitch. Yeah, do that one. Look at this dude, bruh.
Wow, Old Spice commercials got really lame after Terry Crews.
Yeah. That's the CEO of Twitch.
Dude almost looks like fucking Tommy Chong.
Who is this guy? He looks like Richard Branson.
Almost has that Willie Nelson look.
Yeah. How is this guy in charge of Twitch, dude? How is this guy in charge of Twitch? That's what I got to know.
I love his nothingness background too. He just bought a webcam just for that one conference.
Yeah, that was it. He's never gone on Twitch a single time.
He has no idea the platform even runs.
He's just kind of hanging out.
He just thinks it's magic. He looks like a wizard. He's just like, bro, it's just magic. I'm just a wizard.
Hey, Dan, yeah, dude, he looks just like Richard Branson. He literally looks just like Richard Branson.
Oh, that's good.
Look up Richard Branson.
Hey, it used to be Emmett Shear.
Yeah, dude, that's literally...
Dude, that's fucking good.
Richard Branson owns Twitch. He
Bro,
just has an alter ego, bro.
The last CEO looked like fucking Bill Nye the Science Guy. Emmett Shear.
Dude, so this guy, and I don't know if it's his ideas or if he's just a puppet or whatever, but yeah, so some of the things that have been implemented on Twitch as of late was when they first were promising content creators, I think specifically partners, that they would get a 70-30 cut. That meaning that they would keep 70% of their revenue, but then 30% would go to Twitch. They ended up going back on that.
Yep.
So it's just 50-50 now.
Which is like what everyone else already got. But now you're partnered and you can only stream on Twitch.
Yeah, so you're
so it's like
to Twitch.
Why would I get partnered when I can still get a 50-50 and then go to YouTube? And now that fucking Kick is a thing and apparently actually paying out contracts while not being exclusive on it. I don't know, man. I don't know how Twitch is supposed to come back from that. Like, they tried pulling that 70-30 back, but I don't know. I think that's too late. Too little, too late.
Yeah, and so then...
They gotta increase. They gotta go like 80-20 or something, like 85-15.
So, no, I don't even think they pulled it back. It's still 50-50.
No, they did. You can, like, Rose, look it up. They literally, like, a few days ago tried to go back to 70-30, I'm pretty sure.
But, okay, so after that... Then they changed the rules on how you can advertise on Twitch.
Yeah.
Basically, not allowing people to have ads like on their screen, which is like a huge thing. So there was all this outrage. Yes, they're offering it to some.
Probably the partners now. Yeah, it just says some.
Just says some. Yeah, so that's not true. It's not, it's not true. So the vast majority of people are still going to be doing 50-50. It's the
Partner Plus program. After 100,000, the split goes back to 50-50.
Dude,
Bro,
if you're part of the
if you're a top tier creator, that's nothing for you.
Nothing. That is literally not. And most content creators on Twitch don't make most of their money from subs. Most of their money comes in from from advertisements, which now they can't also do.
Yeah.
So Twitch has been on this power hungry, rampage basically lately, trying to take as much money. I don't know what's going on with Twitch. I don't know if they're losing money. I think what's happening is since they're owned by Amazon is losing money. So now they're trying to siphon more money out from Twitch to start propping up Amazon.
Is Amazon losing money? Are they in low profits or something?
Dude, Amazon.
I haven't heard anything on that.
Amazon's been losing money for a long time. They fired a bunch of people during the pandemic.
That's all internet companies though. Facebook did the same thing. Twitch did. Twitter did. Yeah. See, everyone just realized they hired excess developers and they all got cut.
Amazon reports net loss of $2.7 billion for 2022.
Oh my god! Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I think you're right on the money then, dude.
Yeah.
Jeez, Bezos, he's not going to keep his robot suit for very long, and he's not happy about it.
This is the problem with having it be owned by a giant multi-billion-dollar conglomerate. Well, I guess Amazon's not a conglomerate. Yeah, they are. They have a bunch of different companies. Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, at this point they pretty much are. Before they just other companies sell on their shit and they made profits. Now they're buying out everyone, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
They bought Twitch apparently. I didn't know that. They bought fucking Whole Foods.
So now that they've been treating content creators so much worse, right? Of course you see big content creators like XQC move over.
Ludwig.
For $100 million. Yeah, Ludwig went to YouTube.
Yeah. I think a lot of people have gone to YouTube more than... I think Kick was always kind of
Dr. Disrespect also got banned on Twitch. He moved to YouTube.
Yeah, as far as I know, YouTube was the one taking over, and Kick was kind of just the redheaded stepchild. They were there, but no one really knew or cared. So I don't know, man. I don't know where they got the 100 mil from, but
well,
after that, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to start trying to flood a Kick.
A lot of companies do this. What it is it's an investment into the company.
That's what I figured.
So the majority of companies start off the first, like, I don't know, fucking forever in loss. It's amazing how these companies can lose money and still get bigger. It's amazing. Literally, that's how it works, because they just keep borrowing more, and the bigger they get, the more they can borrow, right? So what happens is like companies like Kick is they put aside a huge chunk of that money just to get big creators on their platforms, because it's kind of like a Hail Mary.
Right.
You know, it's like taking all this money, $100 million that probably should go into making Kick better, right? Like, that's probably where the money should go.
I've never used their platform, so I haven't seen it, but, like...
The only way to get people onto this platform, onto a new platform, is to get the things...
Generate hype.
Yeah, get the content that they already like and bring them over.
Right.
And, usually the majority of the people don't come over, but it's a big enough chunk that you can start generating more and more money.
Yeah, especially a big one like XQC.
But
like they saw the downfall of Twitch and they hopped on that. They were like, "Yo, YouTube's about to pop off. We got to do something."
I'm pretty sure that Kick is 95.5. I think that's the revenue split. Look up the revenue.
I know it's high. Like that.
I think it's like they only take 5% of your total revenue on Kick. Revenue
Kick like you're actually kicking somebody.
Yeah, Kick. Or revenue split. $95% of revenue.
Yeah.
Yep. They keep 95% of
Dude, Kick's coming in ruthless at Twitch. They saw Twitch falter and they were like, "Time is now, old man." They're fucking putting their grandpa down, dude.
Yeah, this is like a new chain company that's coming up and taking out like the old business that's been standing.
The Gen Z kid taking out the boomer finally.
Yeah, exactly. But Aiden Ross also moved over to Kick. So what do you think this means for the streaming world now?
Especially now that we're getting so many different options compared to Twitch, I think, kind of like how I made that other reference before, I really think it's going to go the same way that streaming has gone. You had the first one that started it. It became super popular. A bunch of others realized they can monetize on this as well, have their own platforms, have their own specifics, exclusive this and that. So I think it's going to happen the same way. We're probably going to get a few more streaming services. It might go well. Some of them might not. Some people might try to be like exclusive on their own thing.
True.
Who knows? Maybe a top creator like XQC or probably fucking Schlatt, maybe Jay Schlatt or fucking Dr. Disrespect, Mr. Beast even, they'll probably just make their own fucking streaming service.
If anyone's gonna do it, it's gonna be Mr. Beast.
That's why I threw him out the way. I thought I clicked and I was like, dude, he's probably just gonna make his own streaming service. He already has so many extra companies. Why not?
Yeah, just make your own streaming service customers without Carl. Whatever you do, do it without Carl. Please.
What do you got against Carl?
Mr. Beast. Please, do it without Carl. Okay? You never heard of the Carl effect?
No.
You haven't heard about the Carl effect?
No, this is
good.
This is news to me.
You don't want
I want to know, Rose. Tell me about Carl.
The Carl effect? I don't think you can find it online. So the Carl effect is that so you know how
no, it's right there. Carl effect, Mr. Beast, literally the top search.
Yeah. The Carl effect.
Know your meme. Of course. Know your meme's always there to pull through.
There you go, yeah. The Carl effect refers to, this has its own section and everything, that's hilarious. Refers to a theory reiterated by some Mr. Beast fans that Mr. Beast team member Carl Jacobs has a negative effect on the others of the team. The effect is mostly related to Jacobs' effeminate and LGBTQ plus oriented way of pressuring himself, rubbing off on other teammates, on team members. The Carl effect was talked about in relation to Mr. Beast member Chris Tyson, who started to dress differently and paint his nails. Yeah, so Chris transitioned.
Oh, you know what? I actually did see some of that stuff. Yeah, okay, I remember some of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So out of nowhere, people were hating on Chris pretty bad. To be honest, I don't think it was really deserved. I think Chris got some bad heat. But yeah, so this idea of like the Carl effect.
So Carl Jacobs caused it apparently.
Yeah, I love how like
that's
Carl,
what happens when you give somebody 2 first names.
Imagine if Carl like never intended to do this, like he's just being himself, and all these people are hating on you because your friend turns out to be trans. You're like, God damn, dude, I didn't do nothing. And they end up like hating on him.
I feel like they don't even like directly show that like Chris went try to go trans or anything. It's just like, yeah, he dressed differently and he painted his nails. You know.
Yeah, I don't think they like. Obviously, this is a meme website. They're not going to take their journalism, seriously. If journalists don't take their journalism seriously, then the meme journalist is not going to take their journalism seriously.
I don't know, man. Know Your Meme's always on their shit. Like, you ought to look up any form of internet culture. Know Your Meme has it. Like, they're there with the facts.
I guess so. Yeah. I don't know, dude.
But
what would you do with $100 million?
Oh my God, even Dream in
Dream
2023 February fucking joked about it. That man has no right. After his face reveal, I don't know, man. I don't think he has any right to joke about that shit.
I love how they said in early 2023 it was debunked. Like, what did you guys do? Like an investigation? Be like, we checked, we made sure Carl was not making people gay. We asked him.
The Carl effect isn't real. It's all in your minds. It's a conspiracy.
That's such a subjective thing, and what the fuck? Yeah, that's ridiculous. But I
false,
don't know,
misinformation.
Apparently,
fake news.
So apparently, when XQC started streaming on Kick, literally the whole site like went down.
From like the influx of people or something?
Yeah.
They brought one of the biggest people and they just couldn't handle his subscribers.
Look up XQC's first Kick stream.
Dude, what?
And like the literally the comments were just flying, like the chat was nuts. I don't know. Kick might have a chance if they play their cards right and they get more like creators over. Yeah, I don't know how the hell Kick is going to survive, though. They can't pay every big creator $100 million.
Right.
They can't
then,
pay.
Then you're just making broken promises.
Right.
Or you're getting some fat loans from the bank hoping that you bring in some big money. But at the same time, you're only doing a 5% sub. So,
you know who recently just signed a 2-year deal for $100 million? LeBron James. XQC. Fucking. If you're never going to send it to XQC. That XQC.
Milk out of a chalice.
Yeah, fucking that XQC. What? Nobody's going to say it. Well, I just that XQC is making the same amount of money as fucking LeBron James, dude.
He got checkmated in 3 moves against Moist Critical and professional chess players don't even make it.
Still got half the money that Joe Rogan got, though. Boosh, dude. Half the money, dude.
That's wild.
Half the money. And what?
Wait. Is that like total money or is that just from like his podcast? Because that dude's been doing like TV shows.
That's like, just the podcast.
I was gonna say like I know he got that Fear Factor money.
He I think he did a 2 or 3 year deal with Spotify for like $200 million. It's an undisclosed amount, but I think they said it was probably how much. Look up to see if there's any information on it. How much Joe Rogan got for his Spotify deal, but I'm pretty sure it's like $200 million. But on the podcast, he actually said, upwards of $200 million.
I gotta say, this is really neat having someone else like lurk everything up while I'm over here.
So Spotify gave him $200 million.
Jesus.
And dude, I was watching a podcast.
3.5 years.
I was watching a podcast and Joe Rogan, 3.5 years. Joe Rogan said that they were talking about his money and they were like, he's like, I got plenty. And he's like, yeah. And they were like, I bet you can't say it on the pod, like how much you got, right? And he's like, yeah, I'm not going to say it, but it's a lot more than what people are saying.
That's some shit Joe would say.
Dude, I think he got like $250 million for 3 years of just making podcasts.
Christ, man.
Granted, he's the granddaddy. He's the granddaddy of podcasting, He's the one who really brought it in. He's the godfather.
He was the first person to get banned on every main social media platform.
Really?
Did you not know that? Yeah. He was the first person to get banned on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I think YouTube he's banned on. That's why he had to start his own fucking like podcast on his own like site.
Yeah.
He's like that's why he had to pioneer it because he literally got banned everywhere. So like
this is the part when I'm like,
they're like freedom of speech, not for you.
Yeah.
So Andrew Tate was the second person to ever have that shit, but he got repealed. Joe never got repealed when fucking like when Elon took over.
I think he's still on.
Pretty sure he's still banned on Twitter.
He's on Instagram. I know that for sure because I follow him. He be posting the wildest shit, dude. This guy's worth millions of dollars, and he's just like cooking steak tonight. It's just like a photo of his like raw steak.
That's just Joe. That is so Joe.
Yeah, dude.
He just keeps it raw. Literally, yeah. Gotta eat raw. You know what they say, man. You are what you eat.
Hell yeah, dude. But yeah, these people are making fat money, dude. Like, it used to be that you had to make that money, you had to own a company or you had to become, like, president. Even presidents don't make that much money. How much is, look up how much Biden is worth. $2.5 million? Bro, XQC's got more money than Biden? That's got to be a lie. Oh, it's $9 million.
Still. That's...
Who's the... Well, I was going to ask that really dumb question.
Who's the richest person?
Who's the richest president?
Oh.
And I just... Well, unbelievable.
The Orange Father.
I know, I'm the richest president.
Dude made so much money, he literally gave away his presidential amount.
Yeah, he donated it.
Yeah, they were
and
just
nobody
like...
talked about it, dude.
Yeah, like, people were like giving him shit because he was making money and then still making money as a president, which is, you know, oh, this dude, you elected him to do a job and you don't want to pay him for it? He was just like, no, bro, you have my back.
I feel like he wouldn't be that bad if it was just like normal people that liked him. You know what I mean? Like, but like you got to have these crazy cult members.
Yeah.
But then you got the crazy people who just like hate him with like a fury. But I don't, dude. This election,
he doesn't believe in grays, dog. It's either black or white.
I don't think we realize just how crazy our world's gonna be in 2 years, dude, or even less. You know, elections.
Shit's happening fast.
Elections coming up, dude, and like we have no idea what's gonna happen.
They're trying to cheat Trump down too. Like they're threatening every indictment they possibly can. Every time something fails, they just try something else. Dude, like they're reaching for straws at this point. I feel like they're just like this cannot win.
Yeah, 6 months from now we're gonna be like, we're bringing Trump in for 34 unpaid parking tickets, all felonies. You're like, wait, how are all of these parking tickets felonies?
He used his helicopter.
Yeah. Dude,
in a public area.
We're just assuming. The thing is that if you keep fucking charging him, it's gonna keep looking worse and worse and worse. You know.
It's going to be at a point where it's going to be like, you're just calling Wolf at this point, like...
Yeah. And the thing is he probably did all this fucking bullshit. He probably did it. Dude, it's Trump. Like, he doesn't give a fuck. Like, of course he's doing illegal shit. But, like, the fact of the matter is like, if you're going to put him in jail... How many other politicians also fucking belong in jail for, like, doing fucked up shit?
Look at, like, majority of the... I watched this video where it was this guy kind of going off, and he was like, who is this? Like, it was like, is this, like, the NFL or the NBA? And he just starts, like, listing off, like, you know, like, 18 cases of murder, like, 37 things of rape, like, this many kids of sexual assault, like, 14 carjacking. Listing off these astronomical numbers of crimes, and it was just like... None, it's your Senate. It's just like, dog, we literally have just fucking old-ass senile criminals, and they just get to stay?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because no judge...
But then, like, one person does a minus infraction, he looks at you, and he's just like, put him to death. Get this trash off the street. It's like, bro, you literally killed 4 people last week with your car. Yeah, but, like, I'm a senator.
I just, like, that's the thing, is, like, I'm fine with him going to jail, dude. Like, I really don't care if Trump goes to jail.
If he deserves it, fuck it.
If he goes to jail.
You do something wrong, but he committed he literally did the tax loopholes.
Yeah, but...
And he just said, I did that,
But-
change the law.
if the rest of the old senators are not going to jail, then he got the same privilege. You know,
Yeah.
it's just like white privilege. They got Senate privilege. You know,
He's got orange
They got
privilege.
government privilege. Yeah, he's got orange privilege. Trump just goes to jail, and they're like, "We don't really know what race you are," and he's like, "I'm the race of the people."
This is what the future looks like.
Orange.
Rise of the tangerines.
What is he gonna do in jail if he doesn't have his tan, like his spray tan girl? He's just gonna use oranges.
Yeah.
He's just going to like put
orange
it
zest.
into orange zest. You just said he has like one guy.
Like little mortar and pestle, just like mixing it into like whatever like moisturizer it can get. So it's just like an orange moisturizer to like just make himself.
It's just Mike
Starts eating a lot of carrots, you get that beta carotene.
It's just Mike Pence, like in a tube top, just rubbing like orange like on his like. It's just these are my masters. Dude, Mike Pence is running
prison
against
bitch.
him this year.
What?
Yeah.
That's Snake.
Yeah. He fucking hates him, dude. You can't fucking like him, especially if you're like vice president. You know that Mike Pence probably like brought in like ideas. He's like, I'm thinking about that. I'm like, look, Mike. Wow, Mike, great idea. I love it. Why don't you go ahead and give it to my secretary, and she'll tell me all about it. Just super condescending. Mike's like, look, dude, I'm just trying to show you an idea. I'm like, look, Mike, you know how this goes. I don't like it when you try too hard.
The time he actually listens, he just steals the idea.
You're coming on too strong, Mike.
When he actually listens, he's like, you know what? That's a good idea.
You know I don't want it.
This idea, it was all mine. I'm the smartest. I only make the best ideas.
I don't like a tease. You know that. Everyone knows that.
Just completely steals that shit.
Dude, it's like, I don't know how he's going to keep up his tan, dude. Is it just going to fade away? He's just going to be a typical white.
I don't know, man. They get creative as shit when they make stuff like that in prison.
Yeah, dude, they got makeup in prison. Women be having makeup.
Like he's gonna find some way. He's gonna find some colors, and they're gonna be there for him.
Dude, it's amazing.
What gang do you think is really gonna take him in?
Trump?
Yeah, or is he gonna make his own?
Yeah, he's gonna create his like own association in there for sure.
I can see that man trying to play cards and just absolutely just rob everybody and get stabbed because of it.
Wow, looks like you got an ace there. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Shit hand.
You gonna throw your dice? He's like throwing dice with all the black people. All the black dudes.
Taking all their cigarettes.
Right. He's just hustling.
Because this man, there's no way this man does not fucking gamble.
Wow. Throw that dice, I dare you. I throw it, throw it. Look at that. I won again. Wow. Do you see that? Look at this. I'm winning.
Literally how Trump dies. He's gonna get shanked. I can see him getting shanked to the side, surviving it, and just fucking talking about it one time. And like at like the next presidential election, he's like, I was in prison.
Melania.
This guy came up behind me. He shanked me.
I'm dying, Melania.
Ivanka.
Ivanka. Tell her I always love her. Be like, sir, you just got stabbed in your side. Be like,
I only have one regret. And it's that she's my daughter.
You know, they tried to kill me when I was president. Looks like the only way they could do it. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Fucking, I literally don't care. Arrest him. But arrest everyone else.
Yeah.
You don't get to say that bullshit. If you're going to like indict him on having like papers from like secured Pentagon papers, then you need to do the same shit to Biden, dude. It literally, what it's doing is it's pumping people up.
Yeah, no, Biden should be in jail for fucking
all
the weird shit he does with kids.
You're literally seeing in front of you double standards. And
the amount of times this man sniffed children's hair on fucking like live TV, and nobody's just like,
oh, you smell good. Like, Miss Biden, you need to get back.
I don't know, man. That's
this election's gonna be wild, dude.
Imagine Biden actually gets arrested for that, ends up on like the sex offender registry.
Ain't no way, dude. There's not a chance.
Not a chance, but man,
a judge would ever charge Biden with anything, dude. Not a
it's that white.
chance.
It's that old white guy privilege.
Yeah, Because they're going to look across and they're going to be like, this guy looks just like me.
I want to see him trying
What
to
am
defend
I
himself
going
in
to do?
court. Just goes like a random
You just
tangent.
walk off, dude.
Yeah. You probably get
Here's
lost.
the bathroom. Sir, the court is right here. Trump,
Well, I tell you what. One time, I was drinking a Capri Sun, and later on in the sky, we saw some stars coming out.
I like ice cream. But sir, we're not at the ice cream parlor. You're being indicted. God damn it!
Did I fall off my bike again?
His handler. That'd be hilarious. If they went to the same jail, and Trump's just like, "Wow, look who's decided to join us."
It'd be like one of those like fucking AI voice fucking
Careful.
game servers. I love those things.
Jerome, you better hide those. You better hide those rags. He's gonna use it as a diaper. I'm just saying. He's just friends, like first name basis. So like
He would too. He would immediately try to get in that shit.
I know a guy. His name's Jerome. Don't ask me if I know. It's
Trump just starts running the prison.
dude. He's going to. We've done this
He's
joke
so charismatic.
so many times. He's gonna run the whole fucking prison if he's not and he's gonna pretend like he's in there like brokering deals.
It's gonna be like a frat for him.
Yeah.
He's just in there having fun at this point. Like,
Might as well, dude. He's done everything else.
Yeah.
He's fucking became president. He's
still owns all of his businesses, so he gets out and he's rich as ever.
So okay, let's say Biden loses, Trump wins. What does that look like? With the indictments and everything, like now we got like a hood president. It's the first time ever we got a hood president.
I guess it really depends on if these indictments stick or not. Like, if he actually fully gets charged in court. Yeah. I haven't been keeping up. All I know is he pled not guilty, and that's as far as I last saw. But, like if he ends up getting, like, full-on charged, like that's gonna change up some precedents.
I think indictments are full-on charges, right?
You still have to go to court. It just depends on how, like, the court proceeds it. It depends on, like, how many, like, it depends on if you're, like, in front of a jury or if you're going in front of, like, a thing of peers.
So there's no...
So like he still can go to court and like I'm pretty sure he pled not guilty. I don't know if he actually got charged or anything, but like you just go to court.
They put his court date on like election day.
Oh, I mean,
they're like this was no coincidence. It was just a coincidence. It just happened. He's going to jail and dude, that would start a coup. Dude.
Which one legally takes precedent? Because like election day is like a federal holiday. But like court is something that's like scheduled too. Like maybe they're like in the system, they're like not allowed, so they have to like hack their own system.
They do it like right before election. It'd be like, look at this.
Make him like 20 minutes late. This clown was 20 minutes late. You want him to be your president?
They're up on the stand, just being like, these are 23 nudes that was taken from the Pentagon's papers.
He's in court just doing both at once. He's defending himself in court at the same time, like looking at a different camera, fucking like going against Biden.
Yeah, it's like
still winning because Biden just,
They're like, it's time to see the papers now, and it's like they pull out like all these sticky notes like in bags. It's just like, get coffee tomorrow. Melania's a bitch.
Stormy Daniels, 2:00.
Yeah, right. Stormy Daniels lawyer meeting, 3:00.
Like every other week, he's getting indicted for something else new. Like now, this keeps stepping it up. Like it was like something small. And then it was like, he falsified accounts on his thing, trying to pay off a porn star. He probably shouldn't have done that. Now it's like 47 cases of like fucking falsifying federal information. It's just like you guys just keep trying to raise the bar.
I think every president should be mandatory that they have a porn star that they have an affair with.
I think that's like an unofficial rule.
Yeah, like
aside from Bill, because he's not gonna get that up for her porn. He's not even gonna know she's there. He's just gonna think it's like his daughter or something.
Yeah, because then you're like, well, maybe Biden. Just get Biden some ice cream, he'll be fine.
Yeah, that's all he really needs. He's the cheapest one to please.
Yeah, that's all he really cares about.
Don't let the man near a bicycle, though.
Don't let him near a bicycle. He's allergic.
I hate to see him fall again, big fall. Nobody helped him.
I just wanted to go for a bike ride. No, dude. My friend, he's allergic. He can't. What do you mean he's allergic? Like he can't.
It's like the rubber. Is it like the acrylics on the seat?
Dude, seriously, if he's just around bikes,
he just falls.
He just falls.
He just falls. It's like a gravitational pull. He gets within like 5 feet. He just.
You've heard of skin allergies, but you've never heard of gravity allergies. What is that, dude? Like, I have this weird condition where gravity doesn't work when the anatomic objects are in the area. At that point, I'd be like, dude, you're just fucking with me. You got some fucking... But the thing is, in today's world, you can't say that. You can't say that. Be like, oh, so what's your disability? Well, mine is a gravity disability.
That's not real. Don't you tell me my disabilities are and aren't.
Yeah, don't.
My feelings are valid.
Don't tell people your truth. I feel like subjective. I feel like subjective truth has taken over from objective truth.
Oh, very much so. Yeah.
And I do think that there are some subjective truths, but for the most part, it's like if you look at physics and science, there's no such thing as subjective truth. Like there's particles and they're going to act the exact same way, like no matter what. You got different opinions?
Well, have you ever heard of the double slit experiment?
Yeah.
So particles don't always act the same way.
Unless they have an observer, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not like...
So like quantum physics, then you're getting a little funky with it. So that's a subjective truth. So I mean, I guess it really depends on...
But in order to have... Like, there's observers everywhere, though. Like, matter is being observed constantly. Just thinking about the matter makes it, like, observe.
There actually was I remember, it was, like, a more recent one thing, too. I was, like, some people were, like, using, like, cameras or something in, like, different parts of the house. And they had somebody, like, literally imagine themselves in, like, a different room, like, fully visualize it, this and that. And, like, apparently, it's, like, they actually showed, like, spikes of, like, something else going on in that room, like, at that time. So, yeah, you can literally think about something and it counts.
But here's the thing, is that, like, yes, I agree, but that's, like, at a Planck level of, like, physics. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that is beyond... like, what is reality? Your identity doesn't go past the Planck level of physics, like, pertaining to...
Hey, it's all a spectrum, okay?
You're like, hey, you don't know? Be like, oh, tell me why your identity is so important. Have you ever heard of this thing called fucking physics, dude? I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Like, here's the thing, is that, like, objective truth, if I drop something, it's gonna fucking fall. Unless...
Thank you, Isaac Newton. Thank you.
Yeah, my boy Isaac, dude.
Actually, gravity's still a theory. So, like, it's still technically subjective.
That's true. Fuck. Maybe they're right, dude. You know what? I take this all back. You can identify however you like. Everything, all truths are completely subjective because there's a chance that we might be wrong.
Your truth is valid, okay?
Yeah. Every God simultaneously is right and wrong at the same time.
See, right then and there, you just ended all wars.
Could you imagine?
Except from oil.
Could you imagine? Everybody just, like, puts down there, like, all of a sudden I feel like some guy in Russia, like, I have this sudden urge to no longer fight because of some man in the United States.
Fucking Iran's getting ready like, Jerusalem's getting ready for, like, another crusade, and they're just like, you know what? Maybe we're not so different.
Jerusalem could not do a fucking crusade, dude. Could you imagine that army? That would be... Actually, their armies are pretty badass.
They are, dude.
They're really badass, and they're filled with hotties.
Yeah.
Hotties pataties, dude.
But they're not allowed to fight.
Israeli commanders. Oh no, dude, they don't. No. They're not on the front lines.
No.
Although I did see like a cute. Look up like hot Israeli like army. I know. Dude,
Our search history,
the
man.
search history is already fucked on this computer.
Gotta get a VPN.
Yeah, look at them. Damn, son.
How about that?
Skadoosh. Fucking.
The three of them down there just posing. They're just like having a good time. They're like, yeah, we know we're baddies.
Dude, all I'm saying is
Jesus Christ, though.
I would spin a dreidel. I would do it. There's so many
At this
of them,
point,
dude.
man, throw me a Torah.
There's so many of them. Just like all of these like hot like okay, yeah.
It just keeps going,
dude,
yeah.
it'll just keep going. But honestly, if they put those girls at the front, they could do a crusade. Because everyone would just be like, oh, sorry, just come on through. And then, like, you know, kind of like a Trojan horse, they put, like, all the ugly guys just, like, hidden away behind them. Right? You know that was a thing in World War II when they were fighting at Stalingrad. A lot of Nazis, like, would refuse to actually, like, try to shoot anyone because they were worried that a lot of the Russians were women. Because, like, one of the first instances of, like, women having, like, an actual, like, fighting role in World War II was at Stalingrad because they just didn't have enough men. They didn't have, yeah.
I did not know that.
So there's a lot of, look up the, woman snipers in Stalingrad. So there were these woman snipers that, like, got really good at it, dude. So they were, like, around. So all of these Nazis were like, I can't shoot.
I did know about that one. Yeah, Lady Death. I remember hearing about her one time.
109 kills.
Confirmed kills.
Confirmed kills. Holy
Not just kills, confirmed.
shit.
That means there might be more, but there's 309 that are guaranteed in the ground because of this lady.
She's like, Vladislav, you stay home. I fight.
Jesus Christ.
What a beast, dude.
That's like that fucking
beast, dude. She
invented the fucking copy pasta, dude.
The what?
The copy pasta. I'm a this sniper with over 309 confirmed kills.
Yeah.
I have been stationed in this. I have taken this out. If you keep insulting me on the internet, I'm gonna come for you.
But
like we all know which one I'm talking about, unless you're just born in like 2008 or something.
Got a promotion to lieutenant, dude. What a badass. Oh my gosh. Did she survive? Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Was she meeting with the president or from the Congress? She was 25. Oh my god, dude.
The New York Times dubbed her a girl sniper, while other comments may note her for uniform, her long skirt being said to have a lack of style. Oh, this lady gets 309 confirmed kills, and they're just like, yeah, but like she doesn't have a fascist sense.
Yeah, sexism back then.
They're just like, but she has no sense of style. She needs to learn fashion.
That's that is literally the patriarchy.
Like she's just in a Russian uniform.
Yeah, dude. They're like, why don't you wear some makeup? And she's like, bitch, I killed 300 Germans.
See, I like her response. They were just like, hey, are you allowed to wear makeup? And she was just like, there aren't rules against it, but like, who has time to think of a shiny nose when there is a battle happening?
Yeah.
She was like, dog,
so
I'm
nuts.
a sniper. They're not seeing me anyway. That's the point.
Dude, that is so nuts.
And she did that by 25. She is our age.
We haven't done shit.
I could have 309 confirmed kills right now, but here I am on a podcast.
Yeah. We could have been, this is
she calls us out too. Don't you think, gentlemen, that you have been hiding behind my back for too long?
Oh god.
Damn.
I feel so ashamed, dude. This Russian lady is more, you know what? They're right, bro.
Yeah.
Gender's on a spectrum because this lady is like 10 times the man that I am.
I bet she still wouldn't go trans.
Yeah, no, dude.
That's unheard of in Russia.
This fucking this Russian lady.
She'd make fun of us at this point. She'd be like, y'all are a bunch of sissies.
She would smack that trans right out of you and then tell you to go back to the motherland.
She'd smack that trans out of you, hand you a rifle, and say, get in line. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, dude. What a badass. Yeah, dude.
Props to her. Holy shit.
Yeah,
God damn.
So a bunch of Nazis were like, like, oh, we don't want to shoot because it could be women. And all the
I think that they were scared that they were going to get shot by a woman.
Probably.
Like, that just sounds like an excuse at that point. And fucking lady death.
The only reason that Hitler wanted Stalingrad in the first place was just because of the name of the city. You know that?
Because of Stalin?
Yeah, because there was no strategic reason to take over Stalingrad. And they stayed there the longest. It was the longest battle in World War II. It literally went on for like a year or two. Look up how long the Stalingrad battle was. But the only reason that Hitler kept sending more and more troops there was because he wanted to make a statement to Stalin because he hated Stalin so much.
Jesus Christ.
5 months of fighting. A 5-month battle, dude. Literally, like, it didn't stop raining.
750,000 Soviets died. Jesus Christ. That is an astronomical number.
Yeah, dude.
Almost 1 million people in that one city died trying to defend it.
And they just kept sending more and more bodies. And they didn't get saved until until Stalin decided to start making like more tanks and stuff. At first, he literally sent them in. Every 2 people got sent in with 1 gun. And 1 clip.
Jesus. So like one person shooting, the other person just gets to reload them, and then they're done.
Well, no, the idea is that you had a buddy, and when the first guy got shot, you would take his gun.
Call of Duty Warzone that, okay.
Imagine getting handed the gun first. You're like, no, you take the gun first.
Like, no, I'm the ammo guy.
Yeah, bro, I'll take care of ammo, dude. You'll be like, what do you mean you'll take care of ammo? There's 1 cartridge.
Bro, he's running around with Call of Duty with the scavenger perk. Mine.
Dude, speaking of Call of Duty, did you see this bullshit that
the fan-made creation thing?
No, Merc, what's his name? The guy, look up Call of Duty Take Skin. Take Skin.
Dude, what?
From Merc or whatever his name is. Go down. Yeah,
Tim
Nick
the
Merckx.
Tap Man?
Yeah, NICKMERKS, who is on the I think he's on that one gaming group.
What the fuck?
So there was this video of like these parents fighting at some protest for LGBT or whatever, and it was basically the like anti so he's part of the FaZe Clan. So he commented on this video on Twitter of these like parents fighting, and literally all he said was, just leave the kids alone. That's it. And Call of Duty, he got canceled, and Call of Duty took like his entire account down.
What the fuck?
Because he said, and I think he made a response to it, basically saying like, I'm sorry if like you got offended if you got offended by it. It's not my, like that's not what I was trying to do. He said like I wasn't trying to offend you, but like I'm gonna stand by it, because he said he just got a newborn baby, and now and it's just how he's feeling.
Yeah, like I mean, you want to protect. Yeah, when you end up having a kid, you want to naturally protect yours and other children.
But like, what is Call of Duty doing? What is Call of Duty doing? Like,
Activision never does anything.
They literally make a game about killing people. And they're over here like
They made Modern
"That's a little bit
Warfare
too
where
much."
you just fucking like all of a sudden you go in an airport and just shoot up a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and they're just like, whoa,
They made
that's,
something
that's
like that was-
beyond that's beyond morals.
yeah,
Dude, people are lighting off fireworks right now.
I hear that shit.
It sounds like Stalingrad right now.
Motor
I don't
strikes
know.
inbound.
I just think like Activision just overstepped their bounds. What are they doing? What are these companies doing? Why did they feel that all of a sudden they have to participate in cancel culture? Like no one cares. If Call of Duty wouldn't have done anything, it's not like people would have stopped. People are more stopping using these services of these companies that are deciding to like participate into this ridiculous
woke.
like go woke, go
Like
broke.
Ford's fucking pride truck.
Yeah. Like it makes no sense. It's Bud Light, like lost billions, right? Now people like Dr. Disrespect just recently like deleted all of his like Call of Duty stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn, that's big.
So there's like some people are trying to not ban it, but like just not play the game anymore. But it's just ridiculous. You know, this guy just made one tweet. Now all of a sudden, it doesn't make any sense that making one tweet makes it justifiable for the entire internet just to mob on you.
Yeah.
And to just get absolutely wrecked and have people try to take down your streams of revenue, to have people like threaten your families in some cases.
Internet people are fucking crazy when it comes to shit like
absolutely.
that. You do the slightest bit, you're getting death threats. It's like, dude, what the fuck's wrong with you?
That's why I say it all the time that the LGBTQ community and the online LGBTQ community is two completely different communities.
True.
Two completely different communities. And I will always talk to them differently because the online community is toxic as hell. And they are ruthless and they're just as much in bad faith as any other group. Like
It's the green-haired LGBTQs versus the pink-haired. Like the green means toxic. Pink though, we like that.
Yeah, pinks are good, you know. We all like a little pink here and there.
Yeah.
I like steak.
Yeah.
You like steak? Pink's good. Okay. But
Rare. Just like Joe likes it.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you meet people in the community in real life, they're fucking fine. They're normal.
They're people.
Sometimes they're a little excited, but you know, there's
Maybe a little
nothing wrong
eccentric.
with that,
but
dude.
yeah, it's personality.
But the minute you go on the internet, all of a sudden it's just so much hatred and so much like it just doesn't feel like the community anymore. You know, there's so much aggression. You know, it doesn't make any sense to me, and that's why you can see this hatred like being created right in front of us, just like NICKMERKS. You know, he's just trying to play his games. Obviously, he's very entertaining. A lot of people like him, right? And to say such a minor thing, like he's not even saying like, you know, fuck this community or I hate these people or, you know, you guys shouldn't be doing this. He's literally just like, yo, just
Don't
like,
involve kids.
just keep it, like, let's just
Keep
try
it
to
PG.
be.
Whoa. Something people have been saying forever.
Yeah, we should try to, you know, let kids grow up how they want to without interfering.
Yeah.
And that's how, you know, child rearing should be, right? To a certain extent, everybody
You
wants
support
to
your
create.
kid, but you let them find out who they are.
That's true.
And you support them along the way.
But in the same way that I tell people like you shouldn't be pushing stuff onto your kids, I feel the exact same way with religious parents too.
Yeah.
You know, like there's hypocrites on the other side. These people are saying like, you know, you should leave your kids alone. You should leave your kids alone. But yet they're forcing their kid to go to church every Sunday and telling them this is how it is. This is the truth. You shouldn't believe anyone else.
Baptizing them at like 5 months old.
Yeah.
It's like, your kid doesn't even know who Jesus is. He's not going to accept nothing into his heart. He doesn't know what the fuck it is. He just thinks he's drowning.
I think the idea is that you want to create a little mini-me, right? And
yeah.
The fact is that like when you think about that when it comes to church or when it comes to religion, that makes total sense. You're like, of course, some religious person is going to want their kid to be also religious.
Right.
So why in the hell does that idea just fly out as soon as it comes to like being in being in the LGBT community? Of course, if your mom or your parents are surrounded by people that are in this community or support this community or very pro this community, whether for social points or not, right? They're going to want their kids to also participate in that. And the thing is that like a lot of times like these kids just soak everything up, dude. Just like these kids who go to church, they legitimately believe that there's some white guy in the fucking sky with a beard watching over them at all times, right? Of course, like your kids are going to start to believe, and you're going to inevitably affect who they are as adults.
Right.
Right. And I think your job is to teach your kids like how to be moral, how to be fair, how to treat people with respect, right? And how to be inevitably a very decent human being.
Yeah.
But I feel like that decent human being to everybody is lost in the sauce. And at the end of the day, these parents are complaining about people in front of their kids, and they have all this aggression towards these people in front of their kids, right? Both like people who are very liberal screaming about how horrible Trump is and how horrible these Republicans are and how they're going to come and they're trying to get rid of you and it's a genocide. And it's like, what is your kid going to think? Your kid's going to be like, holy shit, like this is the Taliban, bro.
Yeah.
And these are the worst people ever. On the other side too, like if you're sitting there telling you that how horrible these liberals are and how they're going to take over the world and come in and take you and turn you into like a liberal cuck. Your kid's going
to turn a frog's gay.
Yeah. They're like, oh my God, the frogs are turning gay. I have to go to church so I can beg for my forgiveness forever, Like these kids are just going to soak both of that up.
Yeah.
And it's nuts that,
oh my God, schools are going to be elementary schools are going to be such fucking war zones in a few years.
Oh, yeah,
like,
dude.
holy shit.
They're going to separate schools, like, definitely. Like, if it gets bad to a point, But I don't know where it's going to go, dude. Like, I just don't love that. And I blame, who I blame? Parents.
Yeah.
I blame parents.
It is. It's a parent's responsibility to raise their own child. You got to teach. Yeah. You got to teach them at least basic things.
Yeah,
like you gotta lay down some laws. You can't just hold your kid's hand through everything.
Well, here's the problem: is that conservatives spend too much fucking time with their kids. So all they do is try to turn them into something, But then liberals, they don't spend any time with their fucking kids. Yeah. They got a nanny, right? Especially if they're in San Francisco, some privileged, fucks.
Oh my God, yeah.
There's some nannies taking care of them. They don't really give a shit. So then these kids and they let them do whatever the hell they want. So these kids just go to college and they just grab on to the most aggressive ridden thing possible. Because they didn't learn how to get through that aggression in teenage years like they should have, right?
It's one of those things. You need moderation in everything. You need a healthy mix.
Yeah,
you got to be there for your kid. You got to support them who they are, but at the same time, they need their own space to figure out who they are, as well as just being out and alone. Other kids, you got to they're gonna do their own things. You can't abandon your kid. You can't be emotionally unavailable, but you also can't coddle them.
Yeah, you know what I think it is? It's when you're a kid, you go through this existential crisis where you just want to fit in, right?
Yeah,
it's huge.
Oh yeah,
I don't think
if you have the wrong brand of shoes, you're not going to make it in the group.
And the older we get, the more that's going to seem like such a dumb thing. But if you really go back, because we're still technically kind of young, we have still a grasp on what it was like when we were younger.
Yeah.
In 10 years, we're going to completely forget about that shit. But I remember that's such a huge thing. You just want to be accepted. You want friends. You want people to like you. So this is when you learn how to change yourself for other people, when you learn how to kind of create the perfect friend for the people around you,
how to fully match into society.
Yeah, and you have to do that to at some point it's kind of healthy, but at other point it's not healthy, right? Because then you end up changing yourself for the people around you, right? And it's no joke, if you're some kid that doesn't believe in God and you're in some school in Texas where everyone believes in God and they got dip in and, they got their cowboy hats and like all of a sudden you seem like the outsider. Yeah. And you're like, dude, I don't want to fucking... So you start going to church and you start pretending. And then before you know it, you're like, well, I'm here. I might as well listen. And before you know it, you're like, maybe I do believe. And, that ends up creating a whole thing. Same thing on the other side. If you're in some high school in San Francisco and all your friends around you got all their pronouns in their bio, and they're changing every single week. They're like, what was those books, the Metamorphosis?
Oh my god, yeah. Animorphs?
Animorphs? Yeah, dude. They're just taking Animorphs like way too literally, dude. There's just every week, there's just a new version of themselves, right? But like if you're a kid and you're in that environment and all of a sudden you hear it's just like, yeah, I hate these straight white cis people. And you're sitting there, 14-year-old person, right? And you're like, I'm a white straight cis person, and all of a sudden you feel that shame. You're just like, that kind of hurt. And then you hear them talk over again, like, oh, these like you privileged, like you're privileged because you've never, even though the fucking Amanda just changed genders a week ago, and she's like, you don't understand discrimination, in San Francisco,
Right? No, 100%.
Like it's absolutely horrible. Like you don't know what it's like to be non-binary, and then all of a sudden you're just
as you're
like,
sitting
okay,
there getting bullied.
Yeah, and here's the thing is that, like, I do think that femininity and masculinity is on a spectrum.
Yeah.
1,000%. You have the super alpha guys and then feminine guys.
Yeah.
And then you have, like, super, like, feminine girls and then, like, super manly girls, right? And these people have lived on this spectrum for so long, but it had nothing to do with identity. It was only just like, yeah, I'm just a masculine woman,
Like,
or
it was part of your identity, but you didn't build your identity around
exactly.
it. Like it was just that's who you were. It's like, oh yeah, I'm you're a bit of a tomboy.
And
you're a part of a femboy.
Dude, tomboys are gone.
Yeah.
There's literally no more tomboys. Seriously, think about it. It used to be all the time. There was like a bunch of girls that were just like, they would just wear t-shirts and, they would just act a little bit manlier. But like, they weren't questioning who they were, it was just like, hey, like,
you did what you wanted
to.
to.
Wearing like guy stuff. It's not a big, I'm still a girl.
You were just comfortable doing what you wanted. Yeah.
But now
it's like, yeah, I like having pockets. God forbid.
But now what's happening is when a tom like boy says like, oh, I just like wearing like manly stuff, instead of people just being like, oh, okay, cool, whatever, they're now being like, have you really asked that question? Have you thought maybe you're just a man stuck in a woman's body?
Right.
And for some kids and for some people, that is 1,000% true. Okay.
Yeah.
It is very much a serious thing. It happens. It is
100%.
true. Like there are people out there that do suffer from really bad gender dysphoria, and all they want is just respect and to live in society just like everyone else. And those people need to be respected. But to assume that this is the only pure group on the face of humanity and throughout entirety of history, that every single person is there for the right reasons, is just so beyond, like, it's ridiculous to think that.
Right. No, 100%. I mean, especially with the massive influx that it has happened nowadays. Like you said, it's a spectrum. There's a lot of gray areas. Like everyone says, especially on that whole kind of thing, it's very hypocritical. They're always, talking about how, being accepting of somebody who they are, but at the same time, if somebody literally claims of who they are, they're like, oh, no, you're definitely going to be more like this. It's like, no, like, let somebody know who they are.
It's like, it's fine. It's not like if you have like an ounce of femininity in you, it doesn't mean that like you're a completely different gender, or if a girl has an ounce of, if she has some like masculinity. I've even met lesbians. I've met butch lesbians that are more manly than some guys that I know, but they're still just like, yeah, I'm still a woman, but I just like to, be more masculine.
Right.
And they just kind of like own it, and like
it reminds me of CJ from back in high school.
Oh yeah.
Dude was so like outlandishly gay.
Yeah,
but so fucking masculine at the same time.
Yeah. He was like one of those gays that would
like he was like Family Guy cartoony gay.
Yeah.
But then like somebody made fun of him. He was a big guy too. Like, he was one of the biggest kids I've met, and he was just looking at somebody and be like, dude, I will kick the shit out of you right now.
I believe the terminology is bear.
I mean, he's not hairy. I mean, I guess at least in high school he wasn't. I don't know, but like, I'll give that to you. Yeah, I mean, he was tall as shit. I mean, how tall was he? Like 6'3"
I guess bears don't
or something?
act feminine.
No.
I think it's all about like more of like how you act with either that or a twink. But yeah, I don't know. He's just a twink stuck in a bear's body.
Yeah,
That's the true disposition right there. You know,
like, and I love that man, dude. He was so much like, who was it?
Fucking awesome.
Same grade. There was somebody that was transitioned back when we were in high school too. Like, I knew him and everything. He was a super cool guy.
That's
like,
what sucks. That's what I'm saying is that's like real.
Yeah, until the girl I was dating at the time, until she pointed out that like he was trans and that he used to be a she, and my girlfriend at the time actually knew that him as a her.
Yeah.
I was perplexed. I remember like we all had the same class. I remember literally just looking across the table at this guy, just trying to decipher that, and I was like, if you say so. I was like, I don't really see it. I was like, this just seems like another guy to me. I was like, it looks like a guy, acts like a guy. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's the one thing that like is like you can't present to the world one thing and then gaslight them and be like, no, not that.
Yeah, and until like a little after high school, he never even talked about being trans. Like, he made it up like making like an Instagram account that was all kind of trans focused, but like he never once mentioned that. He was just.
I think I know who you're talking about too. Yeah.
So I don't want to use names.
I
but,
mean, like I think
because he was a super cool guy, and I just.
From what I understand, I think he was more trans outside of school.
Makes sense.
You know
I mean, especially the school we were at.
School that we went to.
But
no, there are legitimate people I've seen. Again, now we're transitioned out of the real world, where the real LGBT community is, and now we're into the online community,
the green hairs,
right? Which is the like whatever the hell that is, right? And and you see it all the time. You'll see people. Be like on TikTok or on TikTok Live, right? And I'm seeing a girl with pink hair or green hair and with makeup on, with a dress on, and you'll go to their profile and it just says he, him. So it's like you can literally sit there in front of somebody.
But like every other picture is like a fucking titty pic.
Exactly. Well, what it does is it shows that this person most likely doesn't have legitimate gender dysphoria.
Right.
Right. Because if you are saying that you are trans, then you're saying that you feel uncomfortable with the original gender you are, that you are, and that you would rather it makes you feel better if you present and if you are seen as the other gender. If you put in no effort into
actually... You go like the opposite, even.
Yeah, I
mean...
Like,
you present like everything super girly. It's just like, well, what do you think I'm going to think?
It's just not... The thing is that trans is transitioning.
Yeah.
If you don't transition anything, then you're not trans. And to be honest, like... The more I saw these people, I thought for sure that the LGBT community would be like, yo, bro, you're making a bad name. You're basically showing people that none of this is serious, you know? And that's what it's turned into, you know? At first, right, I had a lot more negative feelings towards the community because a huge part of their supporters, online community went for my neck for like just making jokes, right? And
got it. Makes
not
sense.
only trying to get me fired, but also trying to find my address, death threats. I mean, you name it. There was people saying that they were going to find my parents' address, that they were going to make sure that I never find another job again for making jokes as a comedian, right? Because I'm not supposed to make jokes about them, right? So, but then after a while, I realized that, like, you know, that's just not the real world,
right?
You know, and what you're doing is you end up
you're being inclusive,
yeah, and then you end up dismissing, right? While you're dismissing these crazy people online. Where nothing is serious, right? like while you're dismissing like these crazy people online who are, you know, that they don't take it seriously, right? Then what you're doing is then now you're just dismissing the whole community, right? Of people who like legitimately have issues. And I think that's like unfair. And on our side, I think it's important for us to have as much compassion as we can to a limit, right? Especially for people that it seems like this is an authentic issue, right? But I've met a lot of opposition because people say that you're not even supposed to, like, you're just supposed to accept everything and everybody and all things, right? Which is just, that's not how the world works,
Right?
You know, because there's going to be, like I said, in every single group of people ever, it doesn't matter how big or how small, a portion of that community is going to be there just for the social aspect of it and just for the power that it gives them, or the like community itself. Like they don't actually believe in the core morals, right? Which I think at the end of the day is about acceptance, right? Which sucks because now we have to ask ourselves, it used to be just like, can we just accept gay people? Right? And this, I feel like, is a very forward, and, you know, and everyone should know that.
Yeah.
You know, like, if you can't say that, then something's wrong with you. You know, you should be able to say, like, let's just accept gay people. But it's gone so much farther than that. And it's gone so much more than that.
Yeah. We've almost gone to the opposite side.
Yeah. And so, like, the fact that, like, we can't even comprehend that people are starting to get, starting to, you know, not support it as much, and to kind of bring up like different problems is ridiculous, right? If you bring in ridiculous, people are going to act ridiculously. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think it's just important to treat people based on a person-to-person basis.
Yeah, treat people with respect. Treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah, treat people how you want to be treated, and I think that'll fix most of the
Simple
problems.
as that. Just don't be a dick.
Just don't be a dick. Let your kids grow up on their own. You know, make sure they don't die. Make sure they don't turn into serial killers.
If they ask you a stupid question, give them a stupid answer, but support them.
If you're religious and your kid's gay, like, accept them. You know, learn who they are and realize this is, you know, it might not just be a phase, right? But also, if you're liberal parents and you have a kid who's straight, you're trying
don't force them to be gay.
Yeah, you're trying to put like dresses on this kid to see if he'll he'll bite.
The same people that say it's not a choice are now trying to make it a choice.
And they've
gone so fucking reverse, dude.
And if you think that one of these scenarios is totally real and the other's not, then you need to like look at reality and realign, because that's how it is. Okay, there's people on every side that are doing dumb shit for themselves. At the core of like all these problems is selfishness.
Yeah.
So the more selfless you are, and the more you reach out to people, try to understand their stories before judging them, right? I think that's probably the best way to end this podcast.
Yeah, with that Naruto talk jutsu.
Boom, dude. Every time we end together, I swear to God, I'm glad I didn't say every time we finish together. Well, fuck, no, I just said it. Anyways, guys, give a round of applause to Jer here. He's always a great sub whenever Bay's not. And again, be sure to like, comment. We need interactions on these videos, guys, on our YouTube and on our TikTok, and you name it. Everything's going to be in the link on my Beacons page, or you can look it up yourself. Be sure to check out our Patreon exclusive content. We're going to be putting so much stuff in there because we're broke, and my poor boy here, he's just a peasant. He needs some money, so
I need to get paid.
Money. Thank you, guys. Today was a little bit more serious day, but we're gonna have more comedy centric stuff coming up soon. So we're excited to show that with you guys. We love you.